Hey, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Inter Milan against Pisa in Serie A. Inter Milan, top of the league, 3 points clear. They are obviously trying to recover from the mauling that they got from Arsenal in midweek that we watched in the Champions League. It's going to be a really, really good one, this one, I think. Pisa are not particularly strong. They are in the relegation zone. They have only scored 16 goals all season. However, 14 of the 16 goals that Pisa have scored have come away from home. They have a record high 11 draws in Serie A this season. They've not won in the last 10. They've got 11 draws. They're in the relegation zone, but they're still only 3 points out of the, from safety. They've still got time to maybe recover it, Pisa. They're managed by Alberto Gilardino, who you may remember from his time at AC Milan. Was once upon a time a very, very decent Serie A striker, Gilardino. And, that's who Inter Milan are facing tonight. Inter v Pisa. That's what we're going to be watching. And, yeah, Let's get amongst it. Pisa drew 1-1 with Atalanta last Friday. That was a surprise, to be honest. But again, 11 draws this season. They are the draw specialists. No wins in the last 10 league games. Sorry, drawn 5, lost 5. And as I said, they have when they've scored this season, which hasn't been very often. They've only scored 2 at home all season. 16 league goals. 14 of them have come away from home. So this is where Pisa will thrive, if anywhere it will be, in those away from home games, and Inter Milan can certainly do with the 3 points tonight. They really, really do need the 3 points tonight. Shell says, having a bud to celebrate Jimmy Garner signing a new contract until June 2030. Great news that for Everton, isn't it? They've really pumped out the good news today, Everton, haven't they? Branthwaite back in training. I think Dewsbury Hall's back in training. Illiman Ndiaye and Garner came back in the side. Obviously, Jack Grealish breaking his foot, everyone's going to focus on that. So he's out for a while, may not even play for Everton again. But Everton losing him has been it's been cushioned, at least, by James Garner's new contract. Branthwaite, Dewsbury Hall, Garner Gay, and Ndiaye all coming back. Shell says, let's go Inter. Good to see you, Shell. Good to see Sarah, Jake, how's it going? Roshanth. How are we doing, everyone? Lovely to see you all. How are we enjoying our Friday night so far? Very happy. Yeah, listen, and how do you fancy Everton this weekend, Shell? We did our predictions video earlier, but what do you think about Everton this weekend against Leeds? Monday night football, isn't it, actually? We're live for Monday night football. Leeds-Everton. I'm not sure what to make of that one. Sitting on the fence a little bit, I must say, but, And it was 2-0. It was 2-0 earlier in the season when these two met each other. Inter Milan won 2-0. Lautaro Martinez scored. So in the head-to-heads, Inter should waltz this one. You would look at it on paper and think Inter absolutely will walk this. But they have to walk. They have to win tonight. It's an absolute must-win for them. And probably they need a confident win as well. Just to get that... Like I said, just to get that good vibe back around them. Christian Chivu will welcome that return to domestic football. They're doing so well. They're on course to win the Scudetto again. And get it back. Get the crown back from Napoli. Shell, I've gone 2-0 on my match predictor. Everton Leeds. That's on Monday. Right, okay. Okay. Nizzy says, Everton Leeds. I think Leeds can surprise a few. Might be a tight game, that one. I'm not sure, Not sure. Leeds, very, very difficult to beat. We were talking about this earlier. Leeds 1 in 10. One defeat in the last 10 games. So, Everton aren't going to find it easy. And Everton are very, very inconsistent at the minute, aren't they? Great win against Villa, though, it must be said. Sarah says he won't be going anywhere. Well, I hope not. Who's that? Robertson. Oh, Robertson to Tottenham. What do you think? No, I think I've got to disagree with you there, sir. I think he is off. I think Liverpool are trying to cash in on him. Bearing in mind he's got 6 months left on his contract. He's going on a free at the end of the season. I think this is where Liverpool look at it and go, well, do you know what? We can probably get 10 million quid for him now. Why don't we do that? Why don't we sell him now and sort of we maybe gain a bit of leverage on Spurs in terms of Mickey van der Ven? Maybe there's an agreement in place now where we will give them Andy Robertson for next to nothing and we get Mickey van der Ven in the summer. It wouldn't be a surprise. I'm not mad keen on Mickey van der Ven, but I like him. I think he's a good player. I wouldn't mind him at Liverpool. He's a talented player. He's got bags of pace. Injuries may be a concern with him, but I really like him. And have one left back. No. Apparently, we've already started discussions to call back Kostas Tsimikas from Roma. So Tsimikas is at Roma. He barely played at Roma all season, so we'll probably end up calling Kostas Tsimikas back. Allegedly, that's already in the works. So if Tsimikas comes back, Robertson leaves, we've got Kirkaz and Tsimikas for the rest of the season. That's absolutely fine for me. That's fine. La Pulga, yo, Key, was studying for my exam and just came in on my break time to see how you were doing. Good lad. That's wonderful, mate. Really glad to see you popped in. And good luck with the exam. Make sure you get them studies done, mate. Yeah, I'm doing well. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully see you once you've wrapped up your exams and your studies and whatever. Get yourself back in, but only once you've done your studies. Jag says, don't understand why everyone is head set on Robbo leaving. He's been such a good servant to the club. He can still play and he seems to be willing to take a reduced role. No, I don't think it's that. I think Andy Robertson wants game time. He's been very clear about that. When he spoke about it, he wants minutes. He wants game time. He has played in big games for us this season. He's played against Madrid. 90 minutes against Madrid. I think he did 90 minutes against Inter away. I think he did 90 minutes against Arsenal as well, at Anfield, I mean. He's certainly done well in the big games, and he's played a big part for us, but he does want to start games of football. He's not ready to take a back seat yet, and I think Liverpool expect him to, with Kirkez, stepping up and starting to play well. He's a young player. We've invested in that position. I don't think Andy Robertson is a good fit for us anymore, and I love him. He might actually be my favourite Liverpool player of the Klopp era. I love him to bits, and I really, really don't want him to leave, but I get why he will. I understand it. It kind of fits all parties. I would like him to stay, selfishly, but I understand that he wants minutes. I understand he wants minutes on the pitch, and Liverpool aren't going to give him that. So, Spurs, he will go there. He will start. He will be a regular for them between now and the end of the season. I think that's the thing as well. The thing for Robertson is he wants to be fresh for the World Cup. He wants to go and get minutes and be ready and fit and sharp, ready for the World Cup. La Pulga says Arbeloa reportedly doesn't want Trent at the club, according to some reports. Oh, he's not going to win the Ballon d'Or this year, is he not? La Pulga, Robbo wanted to leave to Atletico, did he not? Basically, Robertson has, behind the scenes, from what we understand, Robertson has been saying to the club that he wants minutes. He wants minutes on the pitch, and if we can give him that, he'll stay. If we can't, then he wants to go. That's what there has been discussions over a new contract. He literally said that last week. He came out in an interview and said there's conversations going on with the club about maybe a new contract, maybe staying here. And I think he would love to stay at Liverpool, but only if we give him what we say we'll give him, which is, we need to give him minutes on the pitch. And I don't think Liverpool are prepared to give him that or give him any sort of guarantees, so he's going to go. It's sad. It's very sad. Went to watch a match prediction vid, didn't realise it was members only. To be honest, Shell, it's members only. I'm starting to try and build up some stuff so that the people who are obviously supporting the channel financially, I massively should help everyone who's in the chat, including yourself. The people who are supporting financially, I want to try and give them something specifically for them that just rewards them for what they're doing, and I just want to say thank you. So I've built where I'm trying to do shows which are going to be just for members only. There's still going to be stuff coming on, not just the watch-alongs, but everything that we're doing is still going to be available for everyone else. It's just going to be done maybe later down the line. Shell, what did you say for Everton, Key? I said 1-1. I sat on the fence a little bit. Jag says, Kirke's doing great now. Wonder if all those people calling to bin him 2 months ago eat crow. Maybe. Would you take Trent back for free? For free? Yeah, I'd take him back for 40, 50 million quid. I'd take him back for very good money. Yeah, I absolutely would take him back. I still think he's possibly the best right back in the world. I think that bridge is burnt long ago. He's the best right back in the world. I think we'd be silly not to. And I think if we don't take it, someone else will. So I guess the question to be asked is, would you rather see Trent play for Liverpool or play for City? Because that is the equation, I'm telling you. If he doesn't play for Liverpool, he'll play for City. Or he'll play for United. Or he'll play for maybe Barca. I don't know. I wouldn't be bothered if he went to Barca. I wouldn't be bothered if he went to Bayern. I won't be bothered if he went to Inter or I think if he goes to City or to United, I would be really annoyed. So I would rather him come back to Liverpool. Yeah. Right. We are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. Before we get stuck into that, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. Our big sponsors, Midnight Casino. If you haven't yet, go and get yourself 30 quid in free bets from Midnight Casino. They are absolutely fantastic guys. They're supporting the channel to the end of January, and they have some unbelievable betting odds. They've got some great super boosts on at the minute, and not only do they have great super boosts, they pay out faster than any other bookmakers. Absolutely fantastic. Go and check it out if you like a gamble, if you like a bet, if you like a flutter on the football. They're absolutely fantastic. Go and get yourself 30 quid in free bets from Midnight. We're off and underway. We are off and underway. I've just realised we've not even shown my bet. There you go. So my bet for tonight is here. That is my bet for tonight. I have gone for Inter to win, both teams to score, no. Inter to score in both halves. They're playing in the changed kit, aren't they, Inter? Inter have gone for they've got orange socks on. I've got for Inter to win, to score a goal in both halves, to win to 0. 6+ corners, 2+ cards for Pisa, 3 shots on target in the second half, and 1 Jan Sommer save. 5 wins 50 back, or £53.88 to be very precise. So there you go. Let me know what you're thinking. Jag says, I wouldn't spend a dime to take him back. Still a great player, but we can't be seen as doing bad business like that. It's a bad look for the club to pay to take him back. I mean, we would have done it with Michael Owen, wouldn't we? We were prepared to do it with Michael Owen. It was certainly something we were going to do, and we didn't end up doing it in the end because Newcastle came in with a bigger offer. But we would have taken Michael Owen back. Remember that. We sold him for 8 million quid to Real Madrid, and we were prepared to pay 12 to get him back, which was a big deal for Liverpool back then. Then Newcastle came in and blew us out the water with 17 million, I think it was, in the end he went for. Rubes, how's my fave gay key? Cheers, mate. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Jag says, how would Pep cope with the fact that he doesn't defend? I think if you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, you make allowances, and I think they would. Into the box. Martinez, Pisa get it away. Right, let's get the YouTube chat up. Rube says Brighton, he's going to Brighton, the best team in the world. And Jake says, sorry I wasn't in the live earlier. I was a bit busy. What did you say for us? I said 2-0, mate. Yeah, 2-0. You can still go and check it out. Members only videos now starting. So you can go and check out my Premier League preview show, which is for members only. Like I said, if you want to go and check it out, you can go and get it. All of the 10 fixtures this weekend, starting with West Ham, Sunderland, and finishing with Everton against Leeds on Monday Night Football. I'm live for both of them, by the way. I'm live for 5 out of the 10 fixtures this weekend. So hopefully you'll join me for some or all of them. La Pulga says Pep's been playing Rico Lewis, mate, who's significantly worse in defence. And he's also been playing a midfielder in Nunes, basically, as his starting right back. So Kit looks awful, says Shell. And the Polga says, why in the world are Parma to United rumours coming up on my timeline? I think because Parma is a United fan, grew up as a United fan, it's not really going all that well for him at Chelsea, and I think he's quite homesick, and he wants to move back up north. Nixie, is it the third kit or modified? I think it's the third. One day less, hope you're okay, Key. Sorry didn't see the live before. That's okay, mate. That's okay. Good to have you in now. Into the ball in. Too easy. Shell says all of them. If I'm not poorly. Hey, only if you feel up to it, Shell. Roshant says, would you say Mo Salah is the best winger ever in the Premier League? No. I would say that he is he's the most consistent and the most clinical, but not the best. I think if we're talking just the very best, I'd still have to say Cristiano Ronaldo. I think Cristiano Ronaldo changed the game in terms of how he played, and he just caused such an issue whenever he was on the pitch. He was a match winner. He was unbelievable. Salah's the same, but I don't believe Salah is better than Cristiano Ronaldo was when he was at United, even though the numbers may say otherwise. Jag says, honestly, let United overspend on Palmer. He's a great player, but I don't think he dynamically changes the club or the roster. Do you think Palmer makes Man U lock on Champions League spot every year? Yes. Yeah, I don't think United are very far away, mate. I don't think they're that far away from reaching the Champions League with a good couple of signings. I still think they're a mile away from challenging, challenging for the league and challenging for the Champions League. But in terms of getting to the level where, say, Villa and Newcastle are, where they're, sort of on the cusp of the Champions League pretty much every year, they only need maybe 2 or 3 signings for that. Couple of defenders, midfielder, maybe an attacker at a push like a Cole Palmer. 3 or 4, and they're back amongst that top 6 steadily every season. Can't miss any footy, says Shell. And Lapulga says, career-wise by a mile, but prime for prime, Ronaldo edges him. Yes, I think so too. Liam Manning says, apparently we've bid 30 million plus add-ons for Jorgen Strand Larsen. Too much for me. Well, Wolves very nearly got 60 for him last season, didn't they? Nixie says, Palmer needs surgery. He can't stay fit anymore. Maybe once he's had surgery. He's still a young player, isn't he? It's not too surprising when you see players as young as he is get the sort of injuries that he's getting, kind of in and out the side, and then I feel like if he gets that surgery, Gerrard was a little bit similar. Sometimes players just adapt and get more game time very young, and their bodies can't quite catch up to it. Jake, thoughts on Robbo to Spurs? I'm disappointed, but I think it's the right thing. I didn't really see it coming. But I can understand. I can certainly understand. The club are probably doing something to try and secure Van der Ven, I think, in the summer. Or maybe in January, I don't know. But I think there's plans afoot from the club, and that maybe this is us greasing the wheels a little bit with Spurs. So yeah, I think that's maybe something that will happen. Sarah says, Luca to Forest on loan. Yeah, Lorenzo Luca. Don't forget, we've got our halftime quiz coming up today. Okay, Inter knocking it around at the back here. Nixie, is Prem your favourite league? I like the Premier League. I like it a lot, but I think in terms of watching entertainment, I think it falls short. I love watching it because it's my team. My team's there, Liverpool, and I've grown up watching it. But I feel like it's got very, very dour in the last 12 months or so. There has been a shift more towards rigid team structures, sort of team defensive responsibility, shape over individual responsibility and things like that. It feels like you've got players like Declan Rice, who I think were a little bit more of a maverick at West Ham. They were able to drive forward, whereas I feel like they're being crippled by systems almost. And there's not two managers. It's not just Arteta. It feels like I'm having a go at Arteta there. Just using Arsenal because they're the top of the league, they're the best team in the country at the minute. But you could say that about a lot of managers. There's a lot of managers I feel who kind of hold players back a little bit because, and you would never have got that in the 90s or even the noughties. Liam says, "How are you feeling, pal? You seemed tired the other night. Hope you're well." Oh Christ, did it come across? I apologise. I was knackered the other night. Yeah, I was absolutely knackered the other night, but I'm okay. I'm all good. Hopefully you are too, mate. Lapolga says Abraham to Villa might just be a move to strengthen their Europa League run. Priority, 21 million plus. Yasin Özkan. Strike! Has that gone in? Has that gone in? Have they actually scored? Oh my God, Pisa has scored. Unbelievable effort. Jan Sommer has been lobbed. And my bet is down. My bet is down 11 minutes in. Oh my God, Pisa. They've scored 16 goals all season, now 17. What an unbelievable strike this is. Oh my God. Oh, Moreo with the goal. Inter 0, Pisa 1. Jan Sommer miles off his line, and they've just lobbed him. He's lobbed him. How far out is this? Jan Sommer takes the... Oh, he just miscontrols it. Oh, it's a great effort, that. That is an absolutely astonishing finish. Oh, it's brilliant. Right in the top corner as well. What a goal. 1-0 Pisa, and now it's game on here. It is absolutely game on. Everyone expected this to be a walk in the park for Inter. But Stefano Moreo, who's got 3 goals all season, has just got his 4th. There you go. Talk about the underdog. Just kept rubbing your eyes, etc., mate. I'm good, thanks. To be honest, as part of that is the epilepsy, to be honest, mate. But it does only happen when I'm tired. 3 stars this evening, everyone. Just been watching an hour of Grumpy Old Reds on Forest Fan TV. Did it help getting last night out of my system? No, it did not. What on earth is Sommer doing there? Yep, Jan Sommer absolutely killing my bet straight away. Early doors, Inter Milan 0, Pisa 1. Goodness me. Do you like Karius? Do I like him? He's all right. Yeah, he was a bit of a liability for us, but, you know, seems a nice enough fella. And now it really is game on. Inter Milan will... AC Milan will be like that. AC Milan will be rubbing their hands together now. They're in here. Chance. Could be 1-1. No, cleared away. Good defending from Pisa. I tell you what, now you will see sitting back and soaking up the pressure. You will see some dice ball from Pisa. It's a fabulous finish. Hey, they're on the counter attack here. They might 2-on-2. They might double it up. Well done. They can knock it about, these. Good ball in, cleared away. Pisa still pressing, trying to get that second. I can scarcely believe what's going on here. Ball in. Oh, it's going to be a corner. De Vrij puts it behind. Lapulga says that Champions League final was not really his fault, though. The lad was playing with a concussion. Do you believe that? I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. I think what happened is that Loris Karius made a couple of horrendous errors, right? And I think what happened is that the club decided they was going to sell him because he'd made a lot of errors that season. It wasn't just that one. It wasn't just that final. You know, I could name you loads of games that season where Karius had cost us. He was very, very vulnerable, and he wasn't a good goalkeeper. And his career subsequently has proven that. You know, he's not had a concussion for the last 7 or 8 years. He's barely kicked a ball for another football club. But for me, I think what we've seen with the Karius and Liverpool things, I think he had an absolute nightmare in the final. And Klopp should have played Mignolet in that final. Mignolet 100% should have started for Liverpool in that final. It wasn't on Karius. He just wasn't good enough, and Klopp should have dropped him. He should have put Mignolet in. Instead, he played him. He made a massive error, and it probably ruined his career in many ways. But he didn't have concussion. That was the club trying to do the right thing. That was the club going, let's go and find a consultant somewhere in the world that will... Because that's what they took him all the way to America, didn't they? They took him all the way to America to see a consultant about a week after the final who would then do a scan and would convince not only the player but the press that, listen, this guy, he had a head injury, and it was, you know... Because the club knew they were going to sell him. They were going to sell him, and they didn't want to say he's an awful player, blah, blah, blah. It's much easier, isn't it, to, one, to protect his value, and two, to protect his own peace of mind, sanity, his reputation, everything. So I think that's what happened. I think the club tried to do the nice thing, and it just didn't quite work for him. Not going to lie, Sommer is overrated. Jag says without that final, we probably don't get Alisson, though. Always look at the bright side of life. That's it, yeah. Well, do you know what? No, I disagree with the latter bit. I agree with the always look on the bright side of life, but I think Alisson was always going to be a Liverpool player, or Liverpool were always going to sign a goalkeeper, because I'm telling you, he was absolutely throwing balls in all season, Karius. He was terrible. Inter pull the ball across the face of goal. Pisa get it away. Out for a throw-in on the far side. Klopp would have bought him regardless of that final, though. I'd like to think so. I would like to think so. We'll keep updated on all the other Championship games as well, because there's a Derby County v West Brom going on tonight as well. What score's that? 0-0. That's only just kicked off. In Ligue 1, it's Auxerre 0, PSG 0. I was considering watching that tonight as well. St. Pauli 0, Hamburger 0, and in La Liga, Levante 0, Elche 0. Big game in La Liga on Sunday. Villarreal, Real Madrid. Second against third, that one. Roma AC, I'm looking, do you know what? We've got a lot of Premier League games coming on this weekend, and of course, that's our bread and butter on this channel. But I'm really looking forward to the two big European games that we're doing. Saturday night, we're doing Villarreal against Real Madrid. Second against third in La Liga. Villarreal are only 7 points behind Real. They're only 7 points behind them. And they've got a game in hand as well. So Real Madrid really need to beat Villarreal on Saturday night. We're going to be live for that one. And then Sunday, depending on what happens here, Roma against AC Milan. Now that one carries even more importance. Because AC Milan win, they go back above Inter, I think, on goal difference. Especially if Inter lose here. I think AC Milan might overtake them, might leapfrog them. No, they won't. No, they won't. Not unless there's a big swing in goal difference. Inter, what a run. Oh, what an unbelievable run that was. And he puts it wide. Absolutely phenomenal run, though. from basically my favourite Inter Milan player. This is a guy I want Liverpool. I am desperate for Liverpool to sign. I've been shouting for Liverpool to sign him all season. He's been... Honestly, he was fantastic last year, Bissek. He was unbelievable last year. Shell says, come on, Inter, for flip's sake. 3 stars says, Ryan Yates got my goal up last night in his post-match presser. Reporter said to him, what do you need to be better on Sunday? His reply, laughing, was just not put the ball in my own net. Yeah, that's not good immediately after the game, is it? Jake says, Norwich v Cov this Monday. Massive game for both sides. Joe, how's it going, Joe? Andy, hey Key, how are you, man? I'm good, mate, thank you. How are you, more importantly? Inter down the left-hand side. This has started really, really quickly. Good ball in. Chance. Oh, it's going to go behind for the corner. Lautaro Martinez couldn't quite reach it. Good claim from the keeper. Don't forget, if you're new around here, a couple of things for me. Hit the like button. Also, subscribe if you want to follow along this weekend's football. We've got 6 games this weekend. Starting off with West Ham Sunderland tomorrow, 12:30. That's going to be a really big game for both sides. West Ham back-to-back wins in the FA Cup, then late against Spurs. Sunderland only got 1 win in their last 6 games. It's 7 if you include the Tyne-Weir derby. Since that game, they've gone on a bit of a run where they've not really had too many wins. So Pisa are in, could be 2 here. Unlucky. Bissek again. Bissek did really well. He's saving Inter at the minute, both defensively and going forward as well. Carlos is just down here nursing a bit of a... he did get clattered. Brady, Hearts v Celtic this weekend. Big chance for us. We play Dundee. We need both to draw. Won't be too good if either get a win, I don't think. And 3 stars says Carl and Grant struggling for West Brom. Jag says, do you think we'll get another manager rivalry in the Prem like Klopp and Pep? Probably, yeah. But I mean, do you think that was really all that much of a rivalry? They were incredibly respectful of each other, Pep and Klopp. It was a great rivalry because they were 2 phenomenal teams and they played unbelievable football. I always really enjoyed watching City, and there's not really been a title race with Arsenal for anyone. Ball in, chance, might be 2. Pisa very nearly 2-0. They're so close, honestly. Pisa's like Spurs in the Prem. They only get points away from home. Yeah, 11 draws they've got. 11 draws all season, record. Do you remember Prime Dybala? Was never really a fan of Dybala, but obviously he's playing for Roma against AC Milan this weekend. There's the Roma Pisa chairman, Giuseppe Corrado. I think they both uplifted each other. Yeah, that's fair to say. And to be fair, Pep did say that as well, didn't he? Pep's come out and said we would never have been anywhere close to what we were level-wise if not for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. It's gone out on the other side, another corner. So this weekend we've got West Ham Sunderland tomorrow, Saturday. I'm not doing any of the 3 o'clocks, but I'm going to do Liverpool away at Bournemouth, 5:30. That's a big one. And then 8 o'clock, we're going to do Villarreal, Real Madrid. On Sunday, lots of 2 o'clock games. Lots of very good 2 o'clock games, but I have picked Villa away at Newcastle. Can't really call that one. I've gone for 2-2. Sat on the fence a little bit, but I've gone for Villa, Newcastle. 2 o'clock, we're going to watch that one. And then 4:30, the big one, United. Oh my God, it's 2! Oh my God, it's 2! Pisa are 2-0 in front. What is happening here? Gilardino is absolutely bouncing. Oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? It's Moreo again. He scored 2. He's nearly doubled his tally for the season here. Jan Sommer, should he be doing better? I don't know if he should be doing better here. It gets headed in at the near post. Chivu looks absolutely gobsmacked. It's a great corner. Flick on. Nah, nothing wrong with that. You really, really cannot stop that. That's a great ball in. Fabulous near post run. Moreo with a header. And that is absolutely top class. No chance for the keeper. That's a great goal. 2-0 Pisa. What's going on? Wow. So a second goal has hit the Pisa Towers. That's what they're called, aren't they? So obviously you've got the Nerazzurri, Inter Milan, and the I had it written down. What's the Italian version? Il Tori. I think it's Il Tori. Inter, chance, Pisa clear it away. I would never in a million years have said 2-0 Pisa. Never. The odds you could have got on this. Oh my God. In fact, let's have a look. I wasn't planning on doing this, but yeah, courtesy of Midnight, our partners at Premier League Dad, let's have a look in play. What are we talking about here? In play, what's the score? You can still get 3.5 to 1 for Inter to win here. 3.5 to 1 for Inter to win. You can still get 2 to 1 for Pisa to win. That is ridiculous. 2 to 1 for Pisa to win here at 2-0 up. That is exceptional odds. What the F is happening? Hola amigos, how's it going, Chimey? Yeah, unbelievable that. 2 to 1. Printing money, 2-0 up. Inter don't look like they're coming back into this one. But that might be famous last words. Pisa are defending really well. And it's a foul, and it's probably going to be a yellow card here. Marin's just been clattered by Lautaro Martinez. And he's going to get a yellow card as well, Lautaro. Right, Martinez has just been booked. Pisa into the area, unlucky. Inter driving forward down the left-hand side. Ball pulled back across the face of goal. Good defending again by Pisa. It's out on the far side. Mad Pope evening all. Has he started talking about Arsenal yet? 3-star. Have I missed something today? Did Dyche become Inter Milan gaffer overnight? Strike. Oh, great block again. Got to get it clear. Well done. Predicted lineup versus Bournemouth, chats. Predicted lineup versus Bournemouth. Again, I can't see it being anything other than... We've not really got too many options, have we? Who are we going to play other than what we did against Marseille? It's going to be Alisson, Kirkes, Gomez and Van Dijk, Frimpong at right back. I like that. And then Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Wirtz, Ekatike, Salah. That's it. That's going to be the front three. I can't see it being anything else. Can you? Hero 3926, what chances are you giving for a comeback for Inter? Well, you can currently get nearly 3.5 to 1 for Inter Milan to win. In terms of what I'm seeing so far, half an hour in here, I don't think Inter, unless we see something ridiculous after half time, the way they're playing so far, it's very, very flat. The energy in the stadium is down. I mean, look at, you can see there's just not, it's very pedestrian. It's very cumbersome. There's not really an awful lot of energy from Inter. And do you know what? Pisa are defending well. You've got to respect the grind from from Pisa. But if anything, it looks more likely that Pisa will score on the counter-attack than Inter. They're here again. I'm telling you, it might be more likely 3 than it is 2-1. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul. Strike from distance. Good block from Inter. Nick C says Gakpo and Jones out again then. I would. I would leave them out. Roshan says I'd play Curtis instead of McAllister. And that's totally your right. I don't like McAllister personally. I think McAllister's been shocking this season. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Curtis did come in. But I don't think the club rates him, to be honest. I think Curtis Jones probably leaves in the summer. Chimey, I put 100 on Inter. I need a pint. Yeah, nearly 3.5 to 1 you can get with our betting partners midnight if you want to go and check it out. Put a tenner on, get 30 quid in free bets back. Link is in the chat, link is in the description. Mario, has he been booked? No, I don't think he has. Look at that XG. 2 goals, 2 shots on target from 0.12 XG. Pfft. Absolutely unreal. Liam says, isn't Jones linked with Spurs as well as Robbo? I'd be honest, I think that's the best thing for him. I don't think Curtis Jones... I was just saying this on Twitter. I was getting a bit of abuse on Twitter, to be honest, for saying this from a few Liverpool fans. Because there was a few Liverpool fans saying, I don't understand it. Oh, should be 2-1 Inter. Oh, Martinez back stick. He just can't reach it. Sucic fires it across the face of goal. And Martinez slides in back stick. He just can't quite get a touch on it. It's very nearly 2-1. Yeah, Curtis Jones for me, so close that. Curtis Jones for me is, in a title-chasing side, he's never going to start every game, is he? He's nothing more than a bench player, a squad player. And I like Curtis Jones a lot, but he's never going to start for Liverpool. If he stays at Liverpool, all you're going to get from Curtis Jones, or all he's ever going to get, is maybe 20 starts a year, most of them in the Cups, and another 20-odd appearances as a substitute. And that's all he'll have to make do with. And if he's happy with that, then that's fine. But I don't think he is. I genuinely think Curtis Jones, he's a very ambitious lad, and there's nothing wrong with this, by the way. But I think a little bit like Harvey Elliott, he thinks he should and can and could be starting for England. And if he got some regular minutes, he's every bit as good as, Wharton, Conor Gallagher, who's out, just got a big move to Spurs. I think Curtis Jones probably looks at those players and thinks, there's no way they're better than me. But he's not going to start for Liverpool. There's no way he starts for Liverpool. So I think his ambition will outstrip his ability, and we'll see him move on. And he can go to Spurs and he'll be the best midfielder, won't he? There's nobody better than Curtis Jones in that Spurs midfield. Lucas Bergvall maybe has the potential, but he's not. He's not right now. So Jones could go to Spurs, be their best midfielder, start every week, or he can stay at Liverpool and be on the bench half the season. And I think he goes to Spurs. I think he's pushing for that. Vos Styler says Serie A is a weird league sometimes. Never betted on a Serie A team again. It's always Inter. The thing is, mate, look at this. I had Inter. Look at this stupid bet I put on. I had Inter, both teams to score. No. It's down in 10 minutes. To be fair, both teams to score. No. That could still happen, couldn't it? Oh, no. Team to win both halves. Yeah, that's killed me. So close, says Nick C. And Andy says, Andy Robertson, thoughts on his potential move to Tottenham? Standard for me. Yeah, it's expected. I'm not really surprised by it at all. Luis Enrique's dragged off the pitch by his manager, and on comes DiMarco. Luis Enrique's not had a great game. Jones rarely misplaces his passes. That's true. Stats was like Vitinha. He is like Vitinha. I know, and he's very safe. He is very safe. He keeps the ball moving, but he doesn't start games for us, and he won't start games for us. Put it this way, mate. Liverpool will sign a midfielder in the summer, won't we? We will. It's inevitable we will, because our midfield has been one of our big areas of our big challenges this season. So Liverpool are going to sign a midfielder this summer. If we sign Wharton, let's say we sign Wharton. Does Curtis Jones get over our new signing, Adam Wharton? No. Does he get over our new, Gravenberch? No. Does he get over Szoboszlai? No. So he's not starting in our midfield. If those three are fit, he doesn't start. So that's my personal opinion. I think Curtis Jones, if he went and we got 50, 60 million for him, I think we'd be laughing. I think we'd be laughing in the end. Chimey, Bucky's laughing at both of us. No change there. Inter down the left-hand side, floated far post, got to hit it. That's a wonderful touch. Stood up again. DiMarco, what a save. That's a fabulous save. Comes out as far as... Oh, it's another one. Claim for the handball. Are they going to give it? I think it is. It's a penalty to Inter. Oh, what a shame. It's going to be a penalty to Inter, and we're probably going to get a game on here. No bad thing. We get to see a great game here. DiMarco with a fabulous shot. It was cleared away. Edge of the box. Strike. He's got to give a pen for that. And do you know what? The thing is there, that is going miles over the bar. The ball comes out to the edge of the box. It's a strike. And it's literally going into row Z. It's an awful strike. Is it Barella who has the strike? Who is it who hits it? But it's Tremoni. Tremoni comes running out and he's got his hands like that. And it's a clear penalty. So it is going to be a penalty to Inter Milan. It was Zielinski, sorry, not Barella. Barella's not even on the pitch. Zielinski with the strike at the edge of the box. And, the attacker, Tremoni, the edge of his box, blocked it with his arm up like that. And it's a penalty kick to Inter. Here we go. Zielinski's going to take it as well. Who do you think is the best Serie A transfer to the Prem, Key? The best Serie A transfer to the Prem? Ooh, that's a good question. Best ever Serie A transfer to the Prem? I don't know. Let's have a look to this. Let's watch this penalty first. Let me have a think. Zielinski right-footed. He scored it. It's 2-1. Game back on. Game back on. Zielinski smashes it down the middle. And it is 2-1 into the back, innit? Roshant, I would say Curtis Jones is better than Wharton. You think Curtis Jones is better than Wharton? I don't know if I can agree with that. Yeah, Alisson I think would be my shout as well. Alisson, sir, I agree with that. Alisson's... There's not too many like really, really top, world-class quality signings that have come to the Prem from Italy that I can remember. Patrick Vieira, Bergkamp. Very, very good. Yeah. Bergkamp would be up there. Henry would be up there. Alisson for me. I just feel like Alisson's such a game changer, but is he a bigger, better transfer than Henry? Probably not. For Liverpool, it would be Alisson. Salah, yeah, Salah's another good shout. There's quite a few in there. Red Rebellion, we need to get Bastoni from Inter. We are heavily linked with him, plus a proper replacement for Virgil. Yeah, I like Bastoni a lot. Great player. Michael Brown, Salah signing from Roma. Very good shout. Welshwing says, good day, Key. How are you? I watched Saipan today and thought it was fantastic. Whoever played Keane needs an Oscar. It's there. It's 2-2. That was very quick. Martinez has equalised. Ball in from the left-hand side. Martinez header, 2-2. That didn't last very long. That did not last very long. Inter 2, Pisa 2. Lautaro Martinez, bottom corner. Game started unbelievably quickly, but 2-2. What a game this is. Ozan Kabak. Arsenal 8517. While you're also watching Inter and Pisa. I am, mate, yeah. We watch everyone on the... What was it? Do you know what? DiMarco. This is all about DiMarco. This is an unbelievable ball in from him. I still say he's probably the best left back in Europe, this fella. He's absolutely top class. Great ball in. Fabulous header from Martinez. But since DiMarco has come on, they were 2-0 down when that fella came on. And it's 2-2 now. And he played a part in both goals. So Lautaro Martinez scores. And we got 5 minutes to half time. What a game this has been. 2-2. Welshwing, Bergkamp moved from Juventus. Inter, wasn't it? Inter Milan. Socrates, good header that. Hey, at least we've had... We can't... This is the thing about Serie A, at least. We've whinged about the Premier League being a bit dull and a bit dour. This first half has been anything but, hasn't it? There's always great games in Serie A. Hung up to the far post. Oh, he's had a shocker there. I think the referee's just pulled it back for a free kick, but if he missed that without a free kick being given, good grief. DiMarco with a shot on goal and assist and involved in the penalty, all in the 7 minutes he's been on. Look at that. Most assists in Serie A this season. DiMarco with 8 so far. He's absolutely different class, that lad. Top quality player. And to be fair, maybe it helps being managed by another top-class left-back, Christian Chivu. I'm pretty sure Christian Chivu's given him some pointers. He was another brilliant left-back in his day, wasn't he? Another great Inter left-back. There's been plenty. They had a lot of good left-backs over the years, Inter Milan. Christian Chivu was one of them. Don't forget, we've got our halftime quiz coming up. So, if the game stops in a few minutes' time and you're thinking, oh, do you know what? I'll close the stream down. We'll go and get a brew. We'll go and get some refreshments. Oh no, we've got a big halftime quiz coming up. Here we go, Pisa. They couldn't get back in front, could they? They couldn't. Chimey, isn't DiMarco over 33 now? I don't think he's that old. I thought he was only about 28, 29. 28, yeah, 28. There you go. I didn't think he was anywhere close to 33, but certainly not old enough. Sorry, certainly not young enough that I think a top Premier League club comes in and pays, 60, 70 million for him. I think he does see out his career in Milan now. Shell, hope your little girl's feeling better today. She's not, Shell. No, she's still off. She's still off school. We've kept her off all week. All week, she's not been well. I mean, you wouldn't know it to see her. You wouldn't know it to look at her, because I'm telling you, it's one of them where she's... Do you know when you go to sleep and you've got that crap on your chest, and she's obviously sitting on her chest, and she's like waking up in the night, coughing, then can't get back to sleep, and she's just awful, like bringing up awful gunk and all that sort of stuff. So sorry for anyone who's having the tea. So yeah, she's not enjoying it this week. But then, as soon as she's up and awake through the day, like she's not having any sleep through the night because she's coughing. But then once she actually gets up at like 9 o'clock, school's gone. The day's over in terms of going to school. But actually, she's fine. She's perfect. She's colouring, dancing, singing, whatever. Back to bed, normal time. Right, ready for school tomorrow. Yeah, I'm dead excited for school tomorrow. Wakes up at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Bless her, Calpol. Yeah, Calpol, we give her the cough medicine, we give her Calpol, we give her everything we can give her as often as we can give it to her. But it's quite scary, actually. She woke up in the night at like 3, 4 in the morning. And I sort of jumped up, and I was like, me and her mum was in the room just making sure she was okay. And it's quite scary. It was like almost like an attack, she couldn't catch her breath sort of thing. But it was just a cough. It's just a barking cough. We took her to the doctors and everything. But scary, yeah. And scary for her. I mean, Christ, I'm a dad. I've got to bring calmness to the situation, but it's scary when they wake up like that. Chimey says, he's quite young. I thought he was 30 in the Champions League final for some reason. Pisa, chance, good block. 4 minutes of added on time before half-time here. Inter have got a great chance here on the counter, maybe. No, good defending. Jake, who scored the first goal for Inter? First goal for Inter was scored by Zielinski from the penalty spot. Second goal was by Lautaro Martinez. Liam, my boys used to have night terrors. Scariest thing imaginable. Oh, Christ, yeah, no, I was going to say that stuff, thankfully, touch wood, we've not had anything quite as bad as that, mate, but I can't imagine what that must have been like for you. Down the left-hand side, Inter put the ball in. Chance, what a goal! Oh, it's an absolutely unbelievable goal. It's fantastic. It's a fabulous... It wasn't DeMarco again who put that cross in, was it? But right on half-time, Inter have gone in front. It's an absolutely sensational header, this. Esposito, who has been growing every single performance he's been putting in for Inter this season. He scored a very big goal against Lecce, wasn't it? It was the winner against Lecce not that long ago. And this game, he's come in and down the left-hand side. Who puts this cross in? Martinez lays it off. Who is it who puts the cross in? Bastoni. Is it Bastoni who puts the cross in? It is as well. Oh, get you a centre-back who can do both. Oh, my God. Bastoni with the ball in. Honestly, if Virgil van Dijk put that cross in, you'd be like, oh, my God, what a ball in. And then Esposito, bang, near post. There you go, 3-2 Inter in the first half. Fabulous cross, fabulous header. What a game this has been. What a game. Three stars says Maranakis needs to give Dyche Calpol so he can F off. Bastoni, different class. And now we've got an Inter player down as a claim for a potential red card check here, maybe, on a Pisa player. It's Esposito who's gone down, holding his face. I never doubted you, Inter. 3 star says, joking aside, Key, hope your youngun's better soon. Cheers, mate. Thank you. No, I'm sure she'll be fine. It's one of them. I think it's a bit of a cough. It'll settle down, hopefully, over the weekend. 3 goals in less than 5 minutes. What a comeback. That is right out of the top drawer, that, isn't it? Great centre-forward play, great ball in from Bastoni. Absolutely different class. And we've had 5 goals in the first half. The Premier League could never. There you go, half-time. Half-time. Inter Milan start the game 2-0 down and 3-2 is the score at half-time. What an unbelievable half of football. We'll take that. We'll take that. Liam, is your bet still on, mate? It's not, no. The bet was wiped out because I stupidly had Pisa not to score. I had Inter to win to 0. Because Pisa have scored 16 goals all season, mate. They've been shocking going forward. 16 goals all season. They've drawn pretty much every point they've picked up has been due to draws. They've not done anywhere near enough going forward. And they go 2-0 up here within 15 minutes. Jake says, please sign Bastoni, Liverpool. Oh, love it. Love it. Right. So, halftime quiz. Halftime quiz. Here's what I want from you. Can you name for me... This, again, we're trying to link it very, very subtly to the game that we're watching. And the game that we're watching, Inter Milan. Inter played Arsenal in midweek in the Champions League. Obviously, we're a Premier League-focused channel to a degree. So we watch a lot of Inter, and we watch a lot of Serie A. We watch a lot of La Liga and various other leagues. But we're primarily a Premier League channel. So, I want you to tell me, after Inter's great defeat in the Champions League to Arsenal and Liverpool, can you tell me the top 25 goal scorers in the Champions League since the millennium, so since the turn of the millennium, 25 years, 26 years nearly. Can you tell me the top 25 Champions League goal scorers that have played in the Premier League? They have to have played in the Premier League. So Messi, out. Doesn't count. He's gone. The top 25 that have played in the Premier League. Welsh wing, Samuel Eto'o. Yes, Samuel Eto'o played for Everton, played for Chelsea. He's number 10 on this list. 30 goals in the Champions League. Welsh wing, I didn't know it all started when McCarthy accused Keane of faking an injury. It did. It was against... Was it against Spain, that one? He accused him of faking an injury against Spain, and he didn't like it. And then after that, he was all... Yeah, there was always a little bit of tension. Ronaldo is correct. Ronaldo is 113. He is number 1. Harry Kane, Harry Kane is correct. Harry Kane is number 4 with 47. Crikey, hang on. Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland is second with 55. It's crazy that, isn't it? Wayne Rooney is 9th with 30. Minamino, no. Vardy, no. Son, no. Drogba, yes. Drogba is 6th with 44. Sterling. Sterling is 14th with 27. Kevin De Bruyne, no. Suarez, yes. Suarez is 15th with 27. Giroud, no. Giroud's not on the list, funnily enough. Thierry Henry's got to be in there. He is. He is 6th with 43. Michael Owen, yeah, Michael Owen is in the list. He is number 13 with 29. Solis, no. Aguero, yeah, Aguero is in there. He has got 41. Torres just about sneaks in. 25. He's only got 20 goals. Kane, we have got Kane. We've already said Kane. 47. Haaland, 55. Morata's a great shout. Yep, 11th, 29. Henrik Mkhitaryan. Steven Gerrard is in there. He's got one more than Torres, so he's 23. 21 goals he got. Jovetic, no. Diego Costa, yeah, Diego Costa is there. He is number 8 with 35. Alan Shearer, no. Beckham, no. Lampard, yeah, Lampard is 18th with 23. Hazard, no. Hazard only ever got 11 Champions League goals, funnily enough. Zlatan is correct, though. Zlatan is 3rd with 48. Lukaku. Lukaku only got 16 goals in the Champions League, believe it or not. Oh, no, that was for United, Chelsea and Inter. 27, yeah, so Lukaku is in there. I tell a lie, Lukaku is in there. Lukaku, I was just fact-checking. Pulisic, no, he doesn't quite make the list. Shevchenko, yep, Shevchenko 34. Defoe, no. Morata, Aguero, we've got. Salah, yeah, Salah also 48, same number as Ibrahimovic. Falcao, yep, Falcao got 29. Same number as Michael Owen. Di Maria, yeah, Di Maria 24 Champions League goals. Higuain 24 as well, yeah, good shout. Ruud van Nistelrooy 56. He's one ahead of Erling Haaland. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left to get in the top 25. Not Adriano, not Cavani. Drogba you've got. Mane, Marcus Rashford, no. That can't be right. 17, sorry. 17 is all Alexis Sanchez got. I was looking and thinking, Alexis Sanchez, that can't be right. He only got 17 goals, so he doesn't quite make the top 25. Thierry Henry we've got, mate. Yeah, so you've got Ronaldo, you've got Salah, or Haaland, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Ibrahimovic, Drogba, Kane, Henry, Aguero, Shevchenko, Diego Costa, Rooney, Eto'o, Morata, Arjen Robben, 31, someone's just said. Sterling, 27, Suarez, Di Maria, Higuain, Lampard, Gerrard, Torres, Lukaku, Falcao, and Owen. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25. You've got 3 left. 3 left to get. You're missing a player who played for Liverpool very briefly, and he spent most of his career outside of the Premier League, but played for Liverpool very briefly towards the end of his career. And you're also missing a player who played very briefly for Manchester City. Shevchenko we've already got. Not Rudiger, not PK, not Ollie Watkins, not Isak, not Coutinho. No. Van Persie is in there. Van Persie does have 25. Yeah, Van Persie just ahead of Di Maria and Higuain, just below Luis Suarez. 25 goals for Van Persie. Tevez only got 13 Champions League goals in his career, not Perisic. Dzeko is correct. Dzeko, 29. Is the one I was looking for. There's one left to get. Played for Liverpool very, very briefly. Fabregas only got 20, believe it or not. Scholes 18, Giggs 19, Fabregas 20, Gerrard 21. You could have also had Claudio Pizarro, who briefly played for Chelsea. Again, they don't make it into the list, but you know what I mean. They're at the bottom end. Tevez only got 13. Dzeko, there's one left to get in the list who got 29 Champions League goals, and they played very briefly for Liverpool as well as Real Madrid. Not Keane, not Andy Carroll. Balotelli only has 8 goals in the Champions League in his career. Not Obafemi Martins, not Alvarez, no, not Benteke. Fabregas, like I said, he's only got 20. The answer is Fernando Morientes, 29 goals in his Premier League, sorry, not his Premier League career, 29 goals in his Champions League career. Played for Liverpool, played for Real Madrid, played for Monaco. Fabulous player. Fernando Morientes. Played for Valencia as well to the back end of his career. Donald Trump. Xabi Alonso, no. So there you go. Top 25. Right, we are very, very close to the second half. So let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know your predictions. And let's have a look and see what we can maybe get going for the second half. West Brom are a goal down against Derby, and PSG have won it late on against Auxerre. Bastard. Right, so second half, what could we maybe look at here? Do you reckon Pisa? Do you reckon there's a world where Pisa could maybe get back into it? Creed says, "Key, do you think Bellingham will ever play in the Prem?" Yes, I do think he comes back to the Premier League, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's late, a lot later in his career. Adam says, "Embarrassing how Arsenal made him to look average despite top of Serie A." Well, I mean, to be honest, Liverpool made him look pretty average, to be honest. I didn't think Liverpool needed to play all that well. Dan, was Crespo in the list? He was, mate, yeah. He fit just above Di Maria and Higuain, just below Suarez. Same number of goals as Lukaku, Crespo. Welsh Wing says, let's do my daily question key. I have a good one. Go on, fire it away, mate. Fire it away. Schweinsteiger is also missing. How many Champions League goals did Schweinsteiger get? Schweinsteiger got 12 goals. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Yeah, he only got 12 goals in the Champions League. Nowhere near good enough to get in that list. Scholes got 18. Name the 4 2002 World Cup Irish goal scorers. Gary Breen is one of them, because I remember it. Robbie Keane was another one. Matt Holland was a third. I shouldn't know these so easily, but I remember the games. Matt Holland scored against... Was it against Senegal or Denmark? Gary Breen scored against... Oh, I don't know. Was it also against Germany? It was 2-2, the Germany game, wasn't it? Keane and Breen. And I think Matty Holland got another one. So Matt Holland, Gary Breen, Robbie Keane. After that, I'm struggling. I genuinely am struggling. After that, I'd be guessing. I can name you some players in the squad. That was my, like... Not my first World Cup. The 98 World Cup was my first one. But the 2002 World Cup, I had wall calendars. I had everything. Creed, was Thomas Muller in the list? No, because he didn't play in the Premier League. Has to have played in the Prem. Chimey, this is a horrible quiz, Welch. I could name players. Niall Quinn, maybe. Niall Quinn was in there. Who played alongside Matty Holland? I'm struggling actually now. No, I know those three, but I couldn't tell you any of the others. I'd have guessed Niall Quinn. I'd guess, but it would be a pure guess. Unless you're Irish. I have in no way Irish. My name is Irish. Kieran is Irish. But, yeah, I'm not Irish. Unless there's something going on back in my ancestry. According to Ancestry DNA, I am 12% Swedish. Leslie McCluskey says, game over for Pisa, conceding 3 in so many minutes. The last one you're struggling with was a known Prem player. No, not Quinn. Most used sub by Sven Jordan Eriksson. The most used? I don't know who that is. Let's focus on Welsh Wings for a minute. Hang on. Right, let's turn that off. Hang on. Okay, right, we're back underway. A known Prem player who would have scored for Ireland. Kenny Cunningham. Mate, I don't know. I really don't know. I'd be guessing or Googling, and I don't know either. Steve Staunton was in the squad, obviously. He has a big role in Saipan, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't know. Is it a centre-back? What position? Give me a position. Ben thought you were doing Derby West Brom. Well, do you know what? I thought about doing Derby West Brom, but I just looked at this one and thought there's something in this game. I don't know why. I thought there would be something, some sort of jeopardy. Maybe it would be Inter Milan. I don't know, struggling to break them down. I don't know. I didn't think it'd be quite as entertaining as it's been. But it's been better than Derby West Brom so far. A winger. Duff. Was it Duff? Maybe it's Duff. Could be Duffer. Damien Duffer. Edge of the box. Into the strike. Far post. Parrott Senior. Yeah, Troy Parrott's dad. It was Duff. Oh, good. Okay, there you go. I didn't think I'd get all the answers correct. But I only remember the Matty Holland one because I can see it in my head. It was a drilled low shot from about 30 yards out. And I think it was against either Denmark or Senegal in the group stage. Can't remember who it was against. It was a great strike from Matty Holland. And then, yeah, Gary Breen and Keane were in the same game, I think. Did he play for Newcastle? He did. He did, yeah. Damien Duff played for Blackburn, played for Chelsea, played for Newcastle, played for Fulham briefly. Don't think he played for anyone else in the Prem though, did he? West Brom could be losing 11 away in a row. West Brom are genuinely teetering on the edge of relegation. I had them to potentially come up. I thought under Tony Mowbray last year they looked really good. They had, there's some solid players there, but it's just all fallen apart under Ryan Mason. And then poor Eric Ramsey's come in. He's inherited a bit of a disaster. And they get battered 5-0 at home by Norwich. And now looks like they're getting beat as well by Derby. MT says, name the top 10 transfers from the Jupiler Pro League to the Prem. Couldn't tell you. Company. Vincent Company, probably one. Trying to think of Belgian players that Liverpool have signed. I think we've signed anyone from the Jupiler Pro League, have we? Jovanovic. Milan Jovanovic from Standard Liège. That was awful. Don't think we signed anyone else. Certainly no one from Anderlecht. I don't think we've ever signed anyone from Club Bruges. World Cup 2002, Sven's most used sub tied between two strikers. In 2002, the strikers were Sheringham, Heskey. I don't think Fowler went to the World Cup, did he, in 2002? Did he? I don't think he did. Welsh wing also in 1990. England drew to Ireland 1-1. Who were the two scorers? Sheedy. I think Sheedy scored for Ireland. Was it Beardsley? Is it Sheedy and Beardsley? I'm almost certain that Kevin Sheedy was the scorer for Ireland. Couldn't tell you about the scorer for England. Might have been Platt or Beardsley. Shouldn't really be able to guess two. That's not fair, is it? Key, next question name. Yeah, I've no idea. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Sven's most used sub tied between two strikers. In 2002, it's got to be Teddy Sheringham. My guess would be Sheringham. Darius Vassell, of course. He was a great player, Vassell. Yeah, I always liked him. Was Sheedy, not Beardsley, not Platt. Right. Gary Lineker. Again, we're just going to go through the whole squad here now, because I don't know the answer, so I'm just going to end up guessing. Gary Lineker, John Barnes. Sheedy was born in Wales, was he? Empty says, Key, 90% of top Jupiler Prem transfers you must know. I'll probably know him, but I have no idea off the top of my head who they would call. Like Lukaku to Chelsea, Company to City. Although I thought Company go to Hamburg. Didn't Company go to Hamburg? City via Hamburg. Sure he did. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Go on, tell me. Who were the top 10 transfers to the Premier League from the Jupiler Pro League? I'd struggle. Simon Mignolet, maybe, from... I'm guessing it was maybe Bruges to Sunderland. Teddy Sheringham and Vassell were the answer. Nice. MT, Thiago, Tielemans, Dendoncker, Talby, Munoz, Berger, Trossard, Izquierdo. Who's Moreas? I don't even know who that is. Nakamba, Sambi Lakonga, Lamans. Well, I mean, to be honest, Sambi Lakonga, dreadful. Nakamba, dreadful. Izquierdo, dreadful. Talby, not really done very much this season. Dendonka, dreadful. There's only really Thiago, Tielemans, Berg, Munoz, Trossard, Lamens maybe at a push. There's probably only 3 or 4 of them you could say are successful. Lamens is a flip of a coin. Talby's a flip of a coin. Oh, Wesley Moraes. Yeah, he's back in Brazil now, isn't he? Yeah, can't kick a ball now, the poor fella. Charmy, Mignolet is not a top 10 type player key. I know, but I didn't know if he was doing it based on like transfer fees or appearances or top 10, like based on his opinion. He just said top 10, so I wasn't sure if it was a bit based on anything really. Adam says, weren't Liverpool linked to the Club Bruges centre-back? Yes, we were linked to the Club Bruges centre-back, Joel Ordonez, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that was his agent trying to, raise his profile maybe a little bit, but I don't think he goes. Don't think we sign him. Adam says, so we've done that one. Empty KDB. Izquierdo was great, but had big injury at Brighton. KDB was... Yeah, again, he was a good signing from... Was it Genk? Was it Genk to Chelsea? One day or less, how's the game going and how's your night key? Game has been terrific, yeah. Pisa went 2-0 up. Now it's 3-2 to Inter. Inter scored 3 bang on half-time pretty much in 5 minutes. And they've gone back in front. So it's been a really good game. And I'm good, thank you. Hopefully you are too. Have we had any more goals in the Championship or elsewhere across Europe for what it's worth? I mean, Ligue 1, it's finished now. Auxerre 0, PSG 1. Bradley Barcola with a goal. I wouldn't mind Bradley Barcola at Liverpool next season. Rumours linking him to Liverpool. St. Pauli Hamburgers 0-0 in Spain. It's still Levante. Oh, Elche have gone in front. Levante are really struggling, aren't they? Levante 19th. They're 6 points from safety. Elche 8. But to be honest, Elche are flying high. Elche have an outside chance of Europe if they keep going the way they have been. They're chasing down Betis and Espanyol. So, yeah, Elche could be an outside chance of European football in La Liga this season. And in the Championship, it's Derby County 1, West Brom 0. Agyemang with the goal. Patrick Agyemang. He's done quite well for Derby this season, hasn't he? 10 goals and assists in 24 games. Jake, didn't we buy Origi from the Belgian league? No, we bought Origi from Lille. Chimey is excited for another Madrid watch-along. Yeah, we'll have Madrid on Sunday. Oh, sorry, Madrid on Saturday. Roma AC Milan on Sunday. And now, Inter will be thanking the lucky stars because it looked in the first half like AC Milan might be able to overtake them. Brendan says, am I the only one who thinks KDB is massively overrated? Great player, but not up there with the best in Prem history. Oh, I have to disagree with that. I think he was fantastic. I think there's some players who you could argue they're almost specialist position players. Like, I would say De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes are like lumped in with centre mids, aren't they? And they couldn't do what Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard and Paul Scholes did. They couldn't do it. So for me, I think Gerrard and Scholes and Lampard could do everything that De Bruyne and Fernandes could. They could do it all, plus a load more. And what's happened in football is as football's become more system-led, basically managers want exactly a certain profile to be in the number 10, and we'll take a load of responsibilities off you as our number 10, and we'll put a couple of players behind you who'll do your dog work, who'll do your running for you. That's why I never understand why, like, Kante is a great player, De Bruyne is a great player, but you'd have to combine the two to get Steven Gerrard. That's how good Gerrard was. It was just nowhere near the two. Marouane Fellaini from Standard to Everton. Yeah, Marouane Fellaini from Standard Liège to Everton. That would make sense. He was very good. Top signing for Everton. Brendan, he was great, but better than David Silva, for example, considering how much stronger City got as the years went on. See, I'd say David Silva was better. Yeah. A lot of City fans would as well, actually. We've got 30 minutes left here at the San Siro. Pisa doing what they can to try and get back into the game, but I've got to. It's very hard, isn't it, as a team to get from like you've gone 2 goals in front, and then the opposition managed to sneak back in front. You've got to switch that whole mentality from defend to actually now we've got to go and get a goal again. Charmy says, I think Vinny is the least selfish player I've seen for his type of talent, at least second to Ronaldinho. Least selfish. See, selfish is exactly the sort of word I would use to describe Vinicius. But I love him. I also think he's a fabulous player. He's a player I'd love to see in the Prem. Vinicius Jr., I think, is maybe one who could come to the Prem in years to come. Rodrigo, Vinicius, I actually think both of them do at some point. Wanderer says, good, I'm alright. Thanks, been a tough day. The missus had some tough news regarding health. Just trying to make sure she's alright the best she can be. Absolutely, yeah, make sure you do. Look after her, mate. Send her our love as well. And, yeah, just look after her. That's all you have to... Just look after her as best you can. Treat her. Whatever she likes. Do you know what? I mean, again, I don't know. My missus, when she's feeling a bit crappy or she's had some bad news or whatever, just go and get her some sort of junk. Some sort of junk. She doesn't eat junk very often, but when she does, go and get her. Go to what we call the shit shops round here, which is because they basically stock everything. Absolutely everything. And all the, like, cans of pop and crisp that you don't get in, like, normal supermarkets. She wants a bag of junk from them shops and just cheers her right up. Put something on, put house on, bag of junk, and give her some space, and she'll be fine. Charmy says, you must not have seen CR7 or Garnacho or Rashford. That's what I call selfish. Jake says, make your all-time Premier League 11. My all-time Premier League 11. Oh. Alisson. Has to be. Don't care what anyone says. I've never seen a goalkeeper better. Dennis Irwin. Left back. Van Dijk has to go in. I struggle though for a partner because I thought Terry was terrific. I thought Carvalho was better though. So I think I'd possibly want Van Dijk and Carvalho. Carvalho was a little bit more cultured. It's a different game though, isn't it? I thought Matip was brilliant as well, but I think maybe if I'm going Irwin, Van Dijk, Carvalho, and right back. Oh, right back. Could be Trent, could be Neville. It's not Neville. I know it's not Neville. And I can't reasonably justify Trent, and I can't give it to Walker. So I'm then looking at... Do you know who I'm going to give it to? Do you know what? I don't... Again, it's an underrated one. No one tends to mention this player, Ivanovic. Every time, Ivanovic was a player who scored, defended unbelievably. You could put him anywhere across the back four. He was unreal. So yeah, Branislav Ivanovic for me, Carvalho, Van Dijk and Irwin. I'm going to pick a team that I would hate to play against. So Gerrard, midfield. I'm going to go 4-4-2. Again, don't care. I'm going to go Gerrard in midfield with... Again, really struggling here. I'm really struggling. I can't pick his centre mid partner. But I've got to have Ronaldo. And I've got to have Bale. I am leaving Salah out, yes. I am leaving Mo Salah out. I'm having Gerrard, Ronaldo, Bale. And I'm having Suarez and Henry as the front two. But I want to try and get Rooney in there, and I can't. So maybe I'm dropping Bale then. Right, Bale's out then. It's Ronaldo, Suarez, Henry, front three. And I'm going to put Gerrard. Rooney's a number 10. Rooney's going behind Suarez, Henry, Ronaldo, and Gerrard sitting deep with... It's probably going to have to be Keane, isn't it? Keane was he was incredible. Inter, great strike, must be off the post. Oh, nearly 4-2. MT, bro, KDB vision is galactic. You don't know what you're talking about. The balls he played, scored the goals from Modric, no Kane. No, not Dembele. Not Dembele. Shell, have you heard from Scottish Key? I haven't seen him for ages. No, I haven't. I know he was having some problems as well. He said in the chat that he was struggling. I don't think it was anything to do with him. I think it was other stuff going on. But again, it's difficult. It's really difficult to stay in touch unless I think he's in the Discord. But yeah, I've not heard from him. Hopefully he does come back in soon. I think the last time he was in was maybe 3 or 4 days ago. Charmy says forcing Suarez in. I'm not forcing... Mate, Suarez is the greatest centre-forward I've ever seen. Ever. I've been watching football religiously for 35 years. His best football was after he left Liverpool. But even when he basically broke the Premier League record and missed the first 8 games of the season or whatever. The guy was absolutely incredible. And I've still never seen a better centre-forward season than that. So, for me... Suarez, Henry, Rooney, Ronaldo. That's me front four. Gerrard and... Oh... It's going to have to be someone fairly defensive-minded. Someone who can get about the pitch and win a tackle or two. So it's out. Lampard's out. Scholes is out. Yaya Touré's out. Rodri's brilliant, but I'm not sure I'd pick Rodri. Prime Rodri, I'm not sure gets in. Fernandinho was very good, you know. Chami, Shearer is always up top and has the goals to back it. I just feel like Shearer's the one that everyone picks because he's the all-time holder. But he's the all-time holder because he's been in the Premier League forever. He didn't play outside of the Prem. That doesn't mean he's the best by default. He was very good. He was very, very good. But if I'm naming my top 5 Premier League strikers, Shearer isn't in it. No, he's not in it. I'd have Rooney, Suarez, Henry. All them 3 for absolute certainty are over Shearer. Kane as well, actually. So there you are. Them 4. Kane, Rooney, Suarez, Henry are all absolutely guaranteed over Shearer. Not even in debate. Not even close. He was unreal, but he's not getting ahead of them. It's that other centre mid spot I'm struggling with. Modric was great, but he's not really a partner for... Kante was great. Makaleli was brilliant. Makaleli. I'd be tempted by Makaleli, but again, he's a little bit limited. There's not really been any other all-action type of midfielders like Gerrard. Got Arsenal fans screaming Rice in the chat. Can't be having Rice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the rest of it, though. Alisson, Irwin, Van Dijk, Carvalho, Ivanovic, Gerrard. Do you know what? I'd put Keane in. I would put Keane in. He's the obvious one. It's Keane, Gerrard in it. It's Keane and Gerrard, Ronaldo, Rooney, Suarez, Henry. There you go. That's it. Vieira, do you know what? Actually, yeah, I'm changing it. Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira was an absolute warrior. Yeah, Patrick Vieira. It is. And he was very cultured as well. He could do a bit of everything, Vieira. So I'm going to go... Yeah, Alisson, Irwin, Van Dijk, Carvalho, Ivanovic, Vieira, Gerrard, Ronaldo, Rooney, Suarez, Henry. No one's beating that. Absolutely no one's beating that. Rooney played in the Prem full time and didn't come close. I think that's because most of the end of his career, Rooney, he was playing at centre mid for Everton. And he dropped back a few. Rooney was never an out-and-out goal scorer. That's why I basically got him as a number 10. Rooney could play anywhere. The reason he's in the side is because he was an animal. He could do everything. He's another Gerrard. Rooney is another Gerrard. He's a forward-thinking Gerrard. Gerrard maybe a little bit more hang back. Rooney's a little bit further back. Life of Justin Vieira still jumping at shadows in the tunnel. Brendan says, agree, David Silva was better, but that's my point. Lots rate KDB as way ahead of Gerrard, Lampard, Keane, Silva. He's like the midfield version of Beckham at United. Very specialist, but better all-rounders. Hey, listen, it's a fair point. It's a very fair point. But yeah, I think when we're talking about all-rounders, I'd like to squeeze Bernardo Silva in there if I could, but I don't know who he gets over. I'd like to squeeze Bale in and Harry Kane. But again, neither of them are getting in over Henry, Suarez or Ronaldo. So you can only pick one. Chimey, give us your EPL 11 without Liverpool players. I bet it beats your first 11. All right. Well, if I've got to change out Alisson, it'd be for Schmeichel. If I've got to change out Van Dijk, it would be for... It's probably got to be Terry, hasn't it? It's going to be Terry and Carvalho. I think it would have to be. Be Terry and Carvalho. No Gerrard means probably Keane goes in there. And no Suarez means Kane goes in there. So that's it. There's only 4. There's only 4 Liverpool players in there. Schmeichel, Terry, Keane and Kane. Kane or Suarez, Suarez every day. Keane or Gerrard, Gerrard every day. Van Dijk or Terry, Van Dijk. Alisson or Schmeichel. Split decision. Vieira was a great player, but Keane did tend to boss him when they played. Roy Keane was fantastic. I like them both. I really do. It's very close. I just feel like Vieira in the modern game would wipe the floor with Roy Keane. Inter in the box, good tackle. Pisa get it away. 20 minutes left in this one. Brendan says Vieira. Who's on that one? So Jake says mine would be Ali in goal, right back Trent, centre back Virgil, Terry, left back Cole. 3 midfielders: Stevie G, Lampard, KDB, front 3 Salah, Rooney, Henry. Why is Vidic being snubbed? Vidic isn't. There's 3 or 4 centre backs ahead of Vidic. Vidic was a liability too often, mate. In my opinion, he was a very good player. Same with Rio Ferdinand, very good players. But I would argue they were not great defenders. Not like great defenders. That's wrong. Let me rephrase that. They were great defenders. They're not in my top 5. That's it. They're not in my top 5. Very, very good, though. Very, very good. But yeah, for me, Terry. Sol Campbell in the modern game. Sol Campbell was an absolute monster, Sol Campbell. Excuse me. Yeah, and John Stones as well. Honestly, I'd probably consider including John Stones. John Stones would be getting ahead of Vidic for me. Absolute Rolls Royce of a defender, John Stones. Another Everton legend as well, Shell. Last 20. Pisa can't get it in the box. Inter can't get it away. They're still pressing here, Pisa. There's still a chance for a 3-3. Adam, will Liverpool have to spend over 100 million on defenders this summer? Yes. Yeah. We need, as an absolute bare minimum, 2 defenders. And for a decent defender that can compete in a title race, you need to spend about 50 million. Jamie, I bet Vidic won more trophies than Van Dijk despite his short Premier League career. Oh, of course he did. But again, I wouldn't use trophies as a metric to measure a player. Life of Justin, please stop talking now. Keep both ahead, Van Dijk and Stones. Vidic and Rio Ferdinand are not ahead of Van Dijk and Stones. No, they're not. No, they're not. Rio Ferdinand, I'll be honest, at times was a massive liability. Rio Ferdinand is the equivalent of Kyle Walker. Pace got him out of trouble far too often. He didn't read the game very well at all. Vidic was an animal who won basically every 50-50 duel. He wasn't necessarily the quickest. Wasn't slow, but he wasn't necessarily the quickest. Vidic was absolutely the better of the 2 defenders. Absolutely, he was the better. Vidic was the pure defender. Rio Ferdinand was the athlete alongside him. He wasn't very good, I didn't think, Rio Ferdinand. I think if you put him in the modern game, Rio Ferdinand would probably look the better. Better ball-playing defender, could knock it long, could do the diagonals. But I didn't think he was anywhere near elite. Elite. Vidic is good, though. We love you, Key, but that Vidic and Rio take is shocking. It's not. How's it shocking? How is it shocking? There's a lot of United players that I absolutely... I mean, I hated him at the time, but I adore. I can't tell you how... Wayne Rooney was incredible. Dennis Irwin is one of my favourite players. Unbelievable player, Dennis Irwin. Could do everything. For me, it's not even in question who's the best left-back the Prem's ever seen. Ashley Cole don't get close to Dennis Irwin. You couldn't do what Dennis Irwin did. You could put Dennis Irwin at right-back. He could do a game at centre-back. Jay says Vidic doesn't get anywhere near Virgil and Rio is overrated. To be honest, the same with Ivanovic on the other side. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe it's just objective, subjective, whatever, subjective pick. You like what you like. I like versatility. I like that Ivanovic and Dennis Irwin, you could put them anywhere across the back four and they'd play just as well. Rooney, Gerrard, you could put them anywhere, they'd play just as well. I value that in a player. Pisa, should be 3-3. How's he missed it? Oh, you've got to score that. Oh, it's a fabulous corner in. It's a free header, mate. You've got to put that in. Oh, he's got to score. He has got to score. Brendan says, when you were debating about United players earlier, I thought you were going to put Steve Finnan. Come on, though. 3 United players and 4 Liverpool. See, I know, but mate, the problem is not necessarily an argument that United have had better quality. It's not about that. I think Liverpool, in the Premier League era, Liverpool have had 4 or 5 players who have been miles above the rest of the team. Gerrard, a prime example of that. Gerrard has to go in every Premier League 11. Every single one. He's in every single play. I've never known anybody, any fan, even if they're an Everton fan, no matter, every time I've seen someone do an all-time Premier League 11, Gerrard's in every one. Gerrard is in every one. And I think Van Dijk is as well for the most part. Nightshell, take it easy. Debating about right-backs, I mean. Oh, sorry. Debating about right-backs. If we're talking right-backs... Liverpool, there's Trent. In my thinking for right-backs, there's Trent, Neville, Ivanovic. I wouldn't even entertain Kyle Walker. No matter how successful he was. Not even in the conversation. Adam, could you name Rafa Benitez's first 10 signings? I bet you I could. That's a great question. His first 10 signings for Liverpool. I can't tell you them in any particular order. And hang on a minute, can we just check one thing? What about Gibril Cisse? Because Gibril Cisse was signed by Julia the season before, and Benitez had the chance to veto that deal and didn't. Are we including Gibril Cisse? I'm hoping not, but I'm going to say his first signings were Garcia, Garcia, Alonso, Antonio Nunes, Hosami, Mauricio Pellegrino, Morientes, not Cisse. Okay, perfect. I wasn't guessing that. I was just checking whether or not you was going to include that. Jamie, I believe 08 season we won the league with the best defensive record from a Premier League winning team ever. I don't know if that's the case. I'm pretty confident it's Chelsea who've still got the best ever in terms of number of goals conceded. Brendan, how close was the shout between Ronaldo and Dirk Kuyt? Dirk Kuyt was very underrated. Stevie G walked into any team in the world and starts. That's how good he was. Hang on a minute. So we've got Garcia, Alonso, Nunes, Hosami, Pellegrino, Morientes. They're all bang right. I've got all them. So that's 3, 6. 6 I've got. After that, we're probably talking of his 2005-06 season. So then we're looking at Bellamy. Bellamy came in. I think... Oh, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Missing 2 goalkeepers and a Dutch left footer. Zenden came in. I was going to say he probably would. I would have got to Zenden. 2 goalkeepers. Rayner came in at the end of that season. Who else did he sign? We had Kirkland Dudek when he arrived. Scott Carson. So Rayner, Carson, Zenden. Not Babel. Might have been Peter Crouch. Maybe Peter Crouch. I'm guessing Crouch. I would say Bellamy and Crouch came in about then. Mark Gonzalez also came in, but I think he came in after that. And Paletta. Maybe Gabriel Paletta. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Life of Justin says Chelsea have the record, only 15 conceded. Liverpool used to own the record for that. Liverpool had, I think we conceded 16 in a season. And in one of them games, we conceded 3. Someone scored a hat-trick against us. We conceded 3 in one game. And we still only, the defence still only conceded 16. But I think Chelsea beat it. I think that's it now. I think that's it. So Garcia, Alonso, Nunes, Hosami, Pellegrino, Morientes, Bellamy, Zenden, Rayner, Carson. Are they right? Last player is from Sevilla. Liverpool signed a player from Sevilla. It wasn't Vincent Kompany, was it? Was it Vincent Kompany? Not Vincent Kompany. I'm saying Vincent Kompany. Jan Kromkamp. Jan Kromkamp came in. He's PSV. He signed him from PSV. Jan Kromkamp came from Villarreal. Last player is from Sevilla. Oh, I'm struggling with that. Who did we sign from Sevilla? Suso? No, Suso was Cadiz. Oh, this is killing me. This is absolutely doing my nutting. Inter Milan now breaking. I'm really struggling here. Great ball over. DiMarco volley. Oh, off the post and in. Oh my God, that is fully deserved. DiMarco has smashed it in. It's 4-2. What a goal this is, by the way. This is Inter Milan at their absolute best. It's a lovely counter-attacking move. It's floated over to the left-hand side. And DiMarco drills a volley into the ground, bounces up over the keeper, hits the post, off the other post, and in. There you go. It's not Reyes. Had to be Kompany, great shout. Right back from Sevilla. We didn't sign a right back from Sevilla. I don't believe you. You're lying to me. Oh, hang on a minute. Are you going to try and use Antonio Barragan? Mate, Antonio Barragan didn't play for Liverpool. He didn't. I'm not taking Antonio Barragan. Yasin Belkira says, which beIN channel? It's not beIN channel. It's not a beIN channel. It's TNT Sports 2. DiMarco's just smashed it in 4-2. Antonio Barragan. I'm not having that. Did he even play for us? I don't even think he kicked a ball for Liverpool, Barragan. He's another youth player. We signed a load of youth players around about that same time. We signed like Jack Hobbs from Lincoln and stuff like that, but I don't think he ever played for Liverpool, Barragan. Oh, he did. Look at that. He came on in one game in the last minute in a Champions League game against CSKA Sofia. And he became the youngest foreigner to play for Liverpool, which I think is a record he still holds. But he never played for us in the league, and he never played for us in any other competition. Reece, Robbo to Spurs, looking likely. Yeah, I think it's probably going to happen, mate. I'm sad to see him go, but disappointed. I said signings, not appearances. Well, I know, but hang on a minute. If you're going to be really pernickety, I reckon there's well more then. I reckon you could include Bessian Idrizaj, because Bessian Idrizaj, God rest his soul, he's not with us anymore, but Bessian Idrizaj we signed in that first season. He never played for us. Moreno from Valencia. Moreno was from Seville. Yeah, Alberto Moreno was from Sevilla. Riera came in from... Where did we sign Riera from? Was it Celta Vigo or... No, it wasn't Celta Vigo. Where did we sign Riera from? Espanyol. He was at Espanyol. Charmy, great to see you on your beer, mate, with that £100 bet. He's an absolute legend. Andy Vale says, what did you think of Milan Baros, Key? I hated him. I always hated Milan Baros. Do you know why? Because he went to the Euros. He was a pretty run-of-the-mill striker for us. He was a young player and he'd done all right. And then he went to the Euros with the Czech Republic and had an unbelievable Euros. And I think he got the golden ball or the golden boot or whatever. And he was unbelievable. Pisa chance. Yeah, he was unbelievable. And there was immediately rumours linking him with Barcelona. Barcelona came in for him. There was all sorts of talks going on. And whether or not any bid actually happened, I don't think they ever came in. I think it was just talk. It was paper talk. But he got the golden boot, and that guy was never out the papers. He was giving interviews every week over the summer saying, well, I'm at Liverpool right now, but, I'd love to play for Barcelona one day. I'd love to play for Real Madrid one day. I'd love to play for Milan one day. I'd love to... Liverpool were like, Jesus Christ, like, we've just given you a platform to do well. You're a young player. And in the end, nothing happened. Nobody came in for him. And he came back to us and was shite. And I mean shite, like properly shite. Typical weird Spurs signing. Andy was linked to us at one time, but he went to Villa. It's third again. It's 5-2 now. Is that Bissek? Is it Bissek? No, Bonnie. Yarn Bonnie. There you go. 5-2 Inter. Jake, 5 more minutes and I'm off, so I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully we win. Come on, you Reds. Yes, mate, no worries. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Listen, if you've not already, do a couple of things for me. Hit the like button and also subscribe. Like I said, live every single day on this channel, watching games of football around Europe with you. We're doing 6 games over the weekend. We're starting off with West Ham against Sunderland tomorrow. Here's Johan Bonny. Hang on a minute. Let's just watch this goal back. Steps inside, left-footed, drags it across the keeper. That's a great goal. Yeah, so tomorrow we have got... Oh my God, Levante have won it late on. Levante, bottom of the league, have turned it round. They're 2-1 up against Elche. What a goal, what a game that is in La Liga. Yeah, so we've got this weekend West Ham against Sunderland tomorrow. Straight after that, we are doing Bournemouth against Liverpool. That's the 5:30 kickoff. And then on the night, we're doing Villarreal, Real Madrid. Hopefully you'll join us for Villarreal, Real Madrid tomorrow. 2nd against 3rd in La Liga. Then on Sunday, we have got two big games in the Premier League. Newcastle against Aston Villa at 2, followed by Arsenal Man United at 4:30. We'll no doubt have plenty of Arsenal fans in the chat. And then on the night, we're doing AC Milan away at Roma. Again, two sides in and around the top 4. AC Milan will have to be chasing down Inter after this win. They're now 6 points behind Inter. But yeah, Andy, Barros, linked with Everton, he was shocking. He was absolutely shocking. We ended up selling him. I think we sold him to Lyon, didn't we? Did we sell him to Lyon and then Lyon sold him to Villa? Or did we just sell him to Villa? I think he just had a really inflated opinion of himself, and I never liked him. I never liked Milan Barros at Liverpool. Although he did win a penalty for us in the Champions League final that got us, back into it. Right, we're into the last couple of minutes here. It's been a great game, this. I really hope... Do you know what? Jan Bissek, I'm going to make a big claim for him on Twitter. I'm going to really push Liverpool to sign Jan Bissek, because I'm telling you, there is a player. There is an absolute player in there with Jan Bissek. He is top quality, that fella. He's got an absolute engine on him. 25 years of age. Inter only signed him a couple of years ago for £7 million. Andy, you sold him to Villa, but we were keen on him from Hughes. Moyes liked him. To be honest, do you know what? He probably would have done all right in that he worked his socks off. Like, he's probably an Everton signing in many ways. He worked his socks off, but I just hated the arrogance from him. Like, he never scored enough goals. He was never important enough to have the level of ego that he had. Adam, when Gibril Cisse and Barros got injured, who was Liverpool's starting centre-forward? In that first season, it was Morientes. Yeah, Morientes in the league. We started playing him. Obviously, he came in when he was already cup-tied in the Champions League. So in the league, he started pretty much every game. I remember him scoring against Charlton away in the cup. Oh, nearly 6-2. He scored away against Charlton. I think he scored in the Merseyside. No, he didn't score in the Merseyside derby. He hit the bar in the derby, and Garcia scored the rebound. 3-star, I'm not going to mention the A word tonight, but all I will say is that Dyche is an arse, nil shots on goal. Josh Keane, hey bro, hope you're well. Are you doing any EPL games tomorrow? I think both City and LFC win. Yes, mate. Two big games tomorrow. We're doing West Ham Sunderland at 12:30, Bournemouth Liverpool 5:30, and then on Sunday Newcastle Villa, Arsenal United. So I'm doing all 4 of them plus Villarreal v Real Madrid on Saturday night, and also AC Milan against Roma. Adam, Florent Sinama-Pongol was the starting centre forward. I'm not sure how much. Pongol did play a fair bit, yeah. He did play a fair bit, but he was in and out the side. I don't know how many games did Pongol play that season. My guess would be not that many. He came off the bench a lot of the time. 2004-05, 16 games he got. Morientes, I bet he got more than 16 games. How many games did Morientes get for Liverpool? 13. Hey, you might be right. It was between the two of them. Morientes got 15 in all appearances. Pongol in all competitions 15 and 16. Yeah, it wasn't much between them. But yeah, I guess you're right. Technically, it was Pongol. He had more appearances. But Morientes was like the big signing that we brought in. Pongol never really got a kick because he was a young player, and he never really justified. Whenever he did start, he was never at it. He was never quite there. Ball down the left-hand side for Inter. Good ball into the box. Headed behind. It's going to be another corner. Can Inter make it 6? We want 6. We want 6. Where does this put them now? Inter the top. 6 points clear, no doubt. But in terms of... They're plus 30. Plus 30 goal difference now, Inter. And AC Milan are plus 18. Obviously with a game to play. Chance. Oh, it's there. It's 6. Is it going to be offside? Mkhitaryan. No, it's going to count. Mkhitaryan heads it in off Bisek's header. And it's 6. It's 6. There you go. 3 stars is going to call it a night key. Totally knackered. See you tomorrow for the streams. Take it easy, mate. Yeah, lot to love. Catch you tomorrow, mate. Brendan, when did you call out the names like that? How the fuck did we win the Champions League and beat that Milan team? I know. He is onside. He's miles onside there, Mkhitaryan. Bisek with the header. I actually think Bisek's header was probably going in. But Mkhitaryan with a little touch at the end just to nod it in. And there you go. Henrik Mkhitaryan makes it into 6. Pisa 2. But yeah, when you look at the team, do you remember the team that we actually played that night? So that's a great question. Can you name the Liverpool side that started against AC Milan? I think I'm right in saying it was Dudek, Traore. Fucking hell, Jimmy Traore. Dudek, Traore, Hyypiä, Carragher, Finnan. And then it was Alonso, Gerrard, Garcia, Kuhl, Barros. Who am I missing? Risa it was, sorry. Risa played left wing, didn't he? So yeah, it was Risa. Basically became a back 5. Traore, Hyypiä and Carragher at the back. So I think it was Dudek, Traore, Hyypiä, Carragher, Finn and Risa, Alonso, Gerrard, Garcia, Kuhl and Barros. Scott Grice as if Inter are winning 6-2 and we got beat off Bodo, mate. I know. Well, it is full time here. Inter Milan 6, Como 2. Make of that what you will. But over to AC Milan now on Sunday night. We'll be live for it. Roma AC Milan. Big game at the Olimpico to see if they can actually catch up, bridge the gap. Andy, James Garner, new contract is brilliant news for Everton. Yeah, very good news. Not just that, but you've got Branthwaite back in training, Dewsbury Hall back in training, Illiman and Dye and Garner Gay are now back from the AFCON. It's all good news for Everton. Obviously, Jack Grealish breaking the bone in his foot. That's not fantastic. But other than that, all good. Brendan, Smeetser, Haman, who was the third sub? So he took Kuhl off. He took Finnan off for Haman. He took Kuhl off for Smeetser. And he took Cisse. He put Cisse on. He put Gibril Cisse on for Barros, I think, didn't he? Cisse for Barros. Yeah, towards the end, Barros was off. Cisse for Barros it was. I think. Can you name the AC Milan side, though? That's the question. AC Milan side, I think I'm right in saying, was Dida. Back 4 was Maldini, Stam, Nesta, Cafu. Listen the state of that. Dida, Maldini, Stam, Nesta, Cafu. Fucking hell. Midfield was Pirlo, Gattuso, Kaka. Pirlo, Gattuso, Kaka. Sweet Lord. And then it was Sheva, Crespo. Who did they have off the wing? Who did they have on the wing? Oh, I'm struggling. I don't think Costa Curta played, did he? Costa Curta wasn't even... Seedorf. It was Seedorf, wasn't it? It was Kaka, Pirlo, Gattuso, Seedorf. Shevchenko, Crespo up front. No, my God. That Liverpool side beat Dida, Maldini, Stam, Nesta, Cafu. Kaka, Pirlo, Gattuso, Seedorf, Sheva, Crespo. Miracles exist. Let's just accept that fact. I don't care whatever your odds are, whatever you need to just do in life. That happened. That happened. It is literally the best thing ever, that in football. When you go, that's like an all-time 11. The AC Milan side is like an all-time 11, and we beat them with these no marks. Basically, Gerrard, Alonso, Hippier and Carragher, and that, like, just a load of idiots. Brendan, we had great depth in strikers that season, in fairness. They were just all shite. Yeah, great depth in shite. Yeah, I'd agree with that. We had great shite depth. We could take off a Barros and put on a Cisse. We could take off a Cisse and put on a Pongol. We could take off a Pongol and put on a Neil Mellor. There's not any sort of team in Europe who can do that sort of stuff. Right. Well, listen. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you everyone who's watched tonight. Inter getting a big win over Pisa, 6-2. If you haven't yet, do a couple of things for me. Hit the like button on this video. There's 50 odd of you watching right now. So if you can hit the like button before you go, that would be mega appreciated. The other thing, I'd really love it if you did, is subscribe. I am live every single day watching games of football with you from all over Europe. Tomorrow we've got 2 big Premier League games. West Ham versus Sunderland, followed by Bournemouth against Liverpool, and then on the night we're going to be doing Villarreal v Real Madrid, second against third in La Liga. Can Alvaro Arbeloa reinvigorate this Real Madrid side, or will Marcelino get the 3 points at Estadio de la Ceramica for the Submarines? And then on Sunday we are going to be doing Newcastle against Aston Villa, which is basically a bit of a foreshadowing for the FA Cup 4th round, which is to come at Villa Park next month. But we've got Newcastle v Villa. Straight after that, it's Arsenal Man United. Doesn't really get much bigger than that in English football, other than Liverpool United. But Arsenal Man United, great game at the Emirates. Not really sure who I want to win that. I've got very mixed feelings about it. And then we're going to finish the weekend with Sunday night. The team that are chasing down Inter Milan in Serie A. We've just seen Inter 6-2. Can AC Milan bridge that gap? They're away at Roma. Gasparini's Roma. They are fighting to just get in the top 4, and I think they will do, but that's going to be a really big game. And then we finish on Monday. Monday night, we're back with Monday Night Football. Everton against Leeds. Leeds beat Everton due to a dodgy penalty at Ellen Road earlier in the season. Can Everton get their revenge? So, 6 games across Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully you'll join me for some of them, maybe all of them. Maybe you'll dip in and out, that's fine. But hit the like button and subscribe. Like I said, I'm live every day, and we'll hopefully see you in the future. Thanks very much. Take it easy. See you soon.